Hi everybody, this is Maria Lupita, Psychic Medium, and happy first day of spring. Today's March 20th, 2021. So the first day of spring already. Oh my gosh. A lot of energy is happening out there and you're probably feeling it. If you are a little bit sensitive today or have been for about the last week, don't worry, you're not alone and you're not going crazy. There's a lot going on with the planet and how we're shifting and the seasons changing. So we're feeling a lot of it. Some of us are feeling just a little bit emotional because we just came out of the new moon and we're also coming into this spring equinox. Now that sounds like a lot of new age mumbo jumbo, but it's not. Every single one of us is connected to this energy that exists all around us. So what's happening on the greater, bigger scale out in the planets with our sun and the moon and all of these seasons also affects us. So we are feeling it just as much as nature is feeling it all around us. So for those of us who are just a little bit more sensitive to energies are probably feeling it just a little extra this week. So just know that you're not crazy and there is something that's happening out there. There is a greater quality of sunlight that's coming into the planet at the time. So it's pretty exciting that there's a extra energy that's coming through and that we now get to come into a new season. So what does that even mean and how do we even apply it? So the most amazing thing is that we're just coming out of our dark season, our winter season. And winter is about going within, going inside, kind of assessing and seeing where things are at, taking a pause before we break through. And so now we've come through that phase. This is an opportunity to be able to ask yourself, what seeds are you going to be planting for your future? What are you literally going to be planting into the ground if you're a gardener? So this is a season of growing, of planting, of being able to grow something and putting energy into something. So whatever it might be that you're now into, maybe you're enjoying your job, maybe there's a slight shift, something that you're really excited and moving into. Maybe there's some growth or change that's happening around you that's maybe a little bit irritable or a little bit unnerving. Just take a pause and know that it's okay. You have the support around you, and if you just understand that this is a lot of energy that you're feeling and you're not alone, and this is a perfect thing. If you're feeling this, you're right in alignment with where you should be. This is about a new season, about moving forward, about growing. So, it's also known as the spring equinox or the vernal equinox. So what does that even mean anyway? So as I mentioned, there's a lot of energy that's happening celestially out in the cosmos, and we are impacted by it. Just like our moon impacts the earth and our emotions, other planetary things do as well. So our earth has a slight tilt. It's not perfectly straight up and down spinning. So it has a slight axis. And so what happens is as it's spinning around the sun, it has a slight tilt to it. And so what's happening right now is that the sun is now moving from the southern hemisphere and has just crossed over into the northern hemisphere. And so right now it's called equinox because it stems from a Latin word called equinoctium, which means that it's equal number of hours of days and nights. So this happens twice a year, now in the spring equinox as well as in the fall equinox. So 2 days out of the year we have equal day and equal night. And this is, bringing everything into perfect balance. If we are not ourselves in that balance, it's just an opportunity to be able to do so. It's about understanding what's happening around us, what might be pressing on us, what needs to be let go of, spring cleaning. All of those things are all applicable. It's just energy that we're feeling. And if you are indeed feeling it, you're right in alignment, right where you should be. So thank you for allowing me this time to just share with you what's happening, to just let you know that and reassure you you're not crazy, you're not going through this alone, that every single one of us is feeling it. And just to understand another layer of what could potentially be affecting you as well, is that the sun has everything to do with how we feel and how we operate here on earth. The sun allows everything to coexist. And for the last several years, there has been an extra quality of light that is coming into the earth. And it has nothing to do with new agey stuff. This is science. So as our ozone layer is slightly thinning and there's other qualities of energies that are out there, we are feeling an extra layer of ultraviolet light that is coming in. There's been these huge coronal mass ejections, these massive storms that happen on the surface of the sun that emit huge amounts of radiation, and they just sends it through our entire atmosphere, and it actually comes into our atmosphere. Now, Earth is really beautifully protected by this beautiful electromagnetic field. And so we have a lot of protection from all of those rays. Mars, unfortunately, doesn't have it. That's why its surface they don't have an atmosphere. We are beautifully protected within our electromagnetic field with all of this energy coming towards us, protecting us from the majority of all those harmful radiation. But some of that does pass through, and a lot of us are beginning to feel it within our own bodies, within our own minds, within our own souls and spirits. Some of us are feeling just a little bit uneasy, perhaps a pressure to do something. And all of that is just being able to show us that there is something greater out there, that there is something that we are part of. And if we learn how to balance it like night and day, that we will be able to drop into this energy, to be able to use it in our favor rather than resisting it. So if you are one of the ones that are affected this week, that are feeling a little bit emotional, a little bit irritable, or a lot irritable, or maybe just feeling really anxious or feeling oppressing, just know that there is something that is happening, that there's a lot happening out there, and you are just a sensitive being who is feeling this naturally. Every single one of us is coming into this energy. It's not selective. It's not like the sun chooses to shine on some people and not others. So all of us are being affected by this. And so how each of us choose to show up in it, how we choose to work with ourselves, how we choose to process our own hurts and pains and angers so that we don't hurt our loved ones, can really help uplift and change everything around us. So may that bring you a sense of peace of mind, knowing that you're not going crazy, knowing that there is something greater and bigger and that you're part of it and that it's okay. So as the sun begins to move now more from spring, again, what seeds are you going to be planting? What is it that you're growing? Take a moment to reflect about it. Is that what are you wanting to let go of for spring cleaning? And what are you wanting to grow and bring into your life? Use this energy as an opportunity to help you. And thank you so much for tuning in and allowing me this opportunity to share. Thank you so much and have a beautiful day. May you have a beautiful Sunday tomorrow.